Hi everybody, Kelly here from the Modern Day Tarot. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. All the information on how to book a reading with me is down below this video in the information section. All my other information for my social media pages are all down there below as well. All right, let's get started with your reading. Hey Pisces, welcome to your July 2019 monthly reading. This is going to be a really powerful month for you guys. First and foremost, we have a lot of retrogrades going on this month. Mercury is going retrograde on the 7th, and it will continue being retrograde all the way through the 31st. Now, many of these energies that are going on this month are going to be affecting your 5th and 6th houses. 5th house of your passion, your creativity. Your 6th house is all about service to others and service to yourself and your own health. Okay. Now, with Mercury going retrograde, if you've never heard about Mercury retrograde, that can be a very confusing time for many people because Mercury rules communication on all levels. It's not only how we communicate with each other, just, person to person, how we speak, how we say things, how we write things. It also has a lot to do with how we, communicate on a technical level, where, texting, phone calls, emails. When it's retrograde, things can kind of get lost in the shuffle. Emails can get lost, text messages can get erased or misconstrued. It also can affect travel plans. So this is not the time to start anything major, just because you really need to be careful of, looking at all the little details when you're signing contracts. Now, if you've already been in the middle of a project and you're wrapping things up, fantastic. This is a good month to do that. Also, as I'm looking at your cards here, you guys now of course this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little bit different for each of you out there. But this month, Pisces, I see for you guys having a great opportunity this month to get rid of a lot of old emotional baggage. Now, this is baggage that you've been carrying around for a long time. And although you've probably been telling yourself, hey, I know I need to let it go, or nope, I've let it go, but really deep down you haven't, this month you're definitely going to be able to. And it's because of a lot of these retrogrades that are going on. And anytime there's a retrograde, it forces us to go back over things. Okay, we have many planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Chiron is going, the wounded healer. Lots of things are happening this year, and especially this month, for us to be able to go back over so that we can finally cut loose the old and make way for the new. Now, what I've done for your reading is I have pulled 5 cards, 2 clarifier cards right here, and when I was shuffling for your oracle card, 2 just came out. So you get 2 this month, Pisces. So fantastic. So let's start from the beginning here, okay? Your main energy this month, Pisces, we have the 7 of Swords. And as I was pulling your cards, I noticed, the first 3 cards are Swords, and then the 2 cards down here are Cups. So we have Swords, which is all about the head, what we think. It's our mental intellect, what's going on with us inside our head. And then here we have what's going on with us emotionally. All right. 7 of Swords, your main energy this month is all about that feeling of something that was taken from us and leaving us mentally feeling like we were abandoned in some way. Now, for many of you, I feel like this card is actually twofold, okay? Because if you see this person here, he's holding all of these. He's actually holding 5 out of the 7 swords, okay? And then you have these 2 swords over here. So for many of you, I feel like you're looking back on a situation where someone made the decision to leave you out in the cold, took what they needed, and left. That's how you are perceiving what happened. Whether they meant to or not, that's how you have been feeling about the situation. Well, this month, you now are going to have the opportunity to be this person where you look back on that situation, you take what you've learned from that situation, and you get to move forward. Finally, once and for all. I pulled a clarifier for this 7 of Swords, and what came out was the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. This is a turning point. This is a whole new cycle. This is all about growth. This 7 of Swords energy is coming up this month so that you can finally move through that energy and start a whole new cycle, a whole new beginning, and finally get rid of all of that old baggage that's been going around in your head, because that's what the swords are. That's what they are. And when I see him holding the 5, like I said, the 5 swords, 5 of swords is, you may have had, for some of you, harsh words. You know, there may have been a huge upheaval between you and this person. And the 2 of Swords makes me think of a decision that was made by the person that left and leaving you to feel abandoned, all right? The underlying purpose for why this 7 of Swords is coming up, well, we have the 3 of Swords. That's that feeling of being brokenhearted over something that's already happened. So this is not because it's happening this month. This is happening, it's already happened, and now you finally get to, let it go and be done with it. Because although it hurt you desperately, you have been able over time to build new relationships and been able to put trust in new people around you, so that you can finally release this feeling of being heartbroken and abandoned by this energy here, okay? Going forward, how to work with this energy? Absolutely, here we have the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is moving forward. Now, this can be moving forward on a mental level where you just, in your mind, you're like, I am moving forward. I am no longer thinking about that situation. It's over. It's done with. I'm taking what I've learned and I'm moving forward. For others of you, this is actually moving location and starting a whole new. Could be moving overseas. Even if it's just moving to another state, another city, whether it's actual movement physically or in your mind, either way, there's movement forward and letting go. And also, as I notice, each individual in these cards, they're all holding swords, okay? He's holding 5 swords. She's holding 1 sword. The boat has swords all around. This is the opportunity. That's what this symbolizes, the opportunity to take what you've learned, because swords is the intellect. It's what we think in our heads. It's things that we learn. It's communication. So it's an opportunity to take what you've learned from that situation, and now you get to move forward. Now, what to let go of this month? Here we have the 4 of Cups. All right. Now, even though I kind of had a pretty good idea as I saw the 3 of Cups over here, had a pretty good idea right away because what it was telling me, but I went ahead and I pulled a clarifier anyway for this card. And when I see this, if you notice the person, this man, he's staring up at this car or at this cup, okay? And he has his hands close together, almost like he's looking up and he's praying, okay? And cups are all about our emotions. It's our feelings. It's what, you know, we have in our heart. It's everything within us on an emotional level. And the number 4 signifies the energy of stability. It's balance. It's feeling strong and confident within ourselves. He's looking up here at this cup. And he's looking up here because this cup is a lot like the Ace of Cups with, you know, that feeling of what's in your heart. What is it that you love? Well, because this is in the position of what to let go of this month, he's not even looking at these 3 cups down here, which can give you the indication that there, you know, you don't want to let go of the potential support that you have from the people around you that really love you. And I say this because right over here, how to let go of this energy, we have the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is all about camaraderie. It's our support group. It's our close friends that truly love us. You see these 3, you know, women here, and they're all dancing around, and, you know, they're toasting one another. They support one another. They love one another. This is the energy of your support group, your social network, people that you truly feel have your back and love you and support you. Okay, so this feeling of looking up at just one cup, don't feel like you are out there on your own. That feeling of, well, no one understands me, or no one gets me, or I'm all by myself. All right, this month you can let that feeling of no one gets you, no one understands you on an emotional level, you can let that go, because you do have your support group. Because when I pulled a clarifier, in addition to what we have over here with the 3 of Cups, here we have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands comes after the 2 of Wands, which is, 2 of Wands is choosing to go in a specific direction, taking action and actually moving in that direction. And once you've done that, we get to the 3 of Wands, which is all about you finally are seeing the fruits of your labor. You're finally seeing, you know, your ship come in. Now, this can also represent looking out at a ship that's coming in and the possibility of, once again, here we have another ship in the water, of travel. The opportunity to move to a new location where you feel you have more support, whether it's mentally or just on an emotional level. Either way, and it's going to resonate different for each of you. However, and for some of you, you may have already made a move and are in a new location, but you just haven't really, where you are, and probably have been for a long time, you just haven't seen all that you have around you because you've been so focused on this one cup up here. You've been so focused on the heartbreak of the situation. It keeps going around in your head that we don't realize how much we can block other people off from us because we still are living with a certain amount of fear, a certain amount of, you know, anxiety and anger over the situation, because, you know, in both of these cards, you see how dark it is. All right, there's just a little bit of light, you know, coming through that window on those 2 swords. And then same with here, you know, she's so heartbroken and there's just clouds all around and there's just a hint of light coming through. Well, if you finally decide and this is where free will comes in. It's totally your call, Pisces. You finally decide, you know what, I'm moving out of those stormy, skies, those rough waters, and I'm going to take what I've learned and I'm going to move forward into calmer waters. Use the support that I have in the here and now so that I can move forward and finally enjoy the fruits of your labor that you've gone through, and now that you are creating with, in new relationships. When I added up all the cards, before I even added in your clarifiers here, I got the number 5. The number 5 is all about change, and it's change through very hard situations, chaotic situations. The number 5, they call it it's the number of the energy of chaos, and it can be very painful. It can be a very painful time, but I'm feeling like all of this is already, all this pain up here, this has already happened to you, but you've just been carrying it deep inside you for a long time, and you don't need to anymore, and you're gonna feel that this month, Pisces. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that you finally are gonna feel it, you're gonna know it, and the people around you are also going to make it known to you. You don't have to be afraid to open up. So let's take a look at your 2 oracle cards here, okay? The first one that came up, look at that. Remember who you are, okay? This is Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Hello? Right there. All the people around you love you, Pisces. You have support, and they believe in you, okay? And then your second oracle card that came up is you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Hello, acting. This is action. The wands are all about action. So this is your opportunity to start moving forward and taking action in the areas that you finally want to take action in. Whether it's that dream that you always wanted to, implement and cultivate, but were afraid to because of whatever has happened in your past. Whatever these actions are that you've been dreaming about doing, you now will feel strong enough and confident enough to move forward with it. So, this is absolutely beautiful energy for you, Pisces. I hope this reading was of help to you, Pisces. So also, I wanted to let all of you guys know that in celebration of my new website, I just completely redid my website. I am offering free astrology birth chart readings. So if you hop on over to my website, www.themoderndaytarot.com, and all this information is down below in the information section. Head on over there if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and head on over to my website and go to the bottom of the main page there and subscribe to my website. I will send you your own personal astrology birth chart and a detailed explanation of all the planets, where they were at the time you were born, and what that says about your personality. Completely free in celebration of my new website. So I hope you guys have a great July. Take care, Pisces, and God bless.